Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and to our April. We're heading into May. That's how out of it I am this morning. My goodness. Yes, welcome to our April wrap up because it's May. My gosh, I feel like I still think I'm in February. That's how out of it I am this month. But yes, let's do what is undoubtedly one of the favourite videos of the colouring community. I personally love these videos. I love seeing what people get up to in a month. So for me, I look forward to these videos every month. We've got a few books to go through. But before we go through those books, I do have one page from March, which I forgot to show that I promised I would show in this video. So in the month of March, I completed in Bad Girl's Halloween special, Frog Girl. Now, oh my goodness, how do I pronounce this? Rosrysowanamama. I am butchering that undoubtedly, but I always put the titles and artists in the description below, and I will make sure I spell out this name correctly down there. So yes, this page was completed in March, and there is a time lapse of this one on my channel. I adore this page. This was done with alcohol markers, polychromos pencils, Posca, stickles, pearl drops, and then distress inks with a stencil in the background. And I really love how this page turned out. So I was really, really annoyed at myself when I forgot to show it in March's completed pages. And I almost had the same issue again this month because I filmed this once and then I realised I forgot quite a few pages because I was a bad girl who did not update her colouring tracker. This is why you update things. Alright, so in no particular order, the first one that I have here is A Million Sea Creatures. Now this one I actually did on a live stream because I decided I needed a bit of a change for some reasons, which we'll get into when we get to Mythomorphia. So yeah, the Friday live stream just been, I completed this page, and so this will actually be tomorrow's video because I live stream twice a week on Twitch on Tuesdays and Fridays 10 a.m. New Zealand time, which can be Mondays for some people depending on where you are in the world and your time zone. But yes, 10 a.m. on Tuesday and Fridays New Zealand time is when I live stream. And then I will put the VOD up of that live stream on the following stream day. So if I stream this on Friday, it goes up on Tuesday. That's how I do my live stream VODs and live streams. And yeah, so we had just a fun little day doing this page. We used Crayola Super Tips with a little bit of Faber-Castell connector pens to create that watercolor effect. I used a chopping board and coloured on the plastic chopping board and then use a brush to pick it up with some water to create sort of like a watercolory style, which it was so fun. And then a bit of Inktense gold ink, Poscas and stickles for little details. So yeah, it was just a really cute fun live stream, and because Lulu Mayo's paper is quite thick, you can do quite a bit on these pages, not worry too much about bleed through. So yeah, I really like how it came together. I especially loved the water. I think the water turned out really cool. So that was A Million Sea Creatures by Lulu Mayo. I am hoping to get some more of her books soon. A book that I have not worked in often, and I should be working in more, is Daydreams by Hanna Karlzon. And we completed this page. So I have nicknamed this page Hank and Connor, which is a reference to Detroit Become Human, which is one of my favourite video games. So yes, that's why this page is called Hank and Connor. It's a nod to someone who also chose the colours of the snails. And yeah, the pencils used on this one were Faber-Castell Classic Colour. So that is the student quality grade pencils. They're still fabulous pencils and I absolutely adore them. And the great thing about Hanna Karlzon and also Maria Troyal, these books I tend to work on when I'm in bed because I'm like sore or not feeling well. And so I tend to use my student quality pencils and these hardcover books in bed. And I had a bit of a time this month with some pain and just not feeling that great. So this was a piece that I worked on while I was recovering in bed and just doing some self-care. Also, there is some Posca as well. All the little dots in the background are Posca. Yeah, really cute. I love how that one turned out. So, one of the whips that we worked this month was from Colouring Heaven Flower Girls. And it is Anemone Girl. I am probably butchering that as well. It turns out that that's the name of this flower. I should have known that there would be a specific flower name for the flowers, but I just saw them kind of like poppies and just went red. But I had started this quite a while ago, and it was very much sitting there as a work in progress for quite a while. So we just finished off the page. The only thing I'm not happy with is well, I don't mind the border, to be honest. Like, the border's not perfectly square, but it kind of matches like the irregular of her face. It kind of reminds me a bit of stained glass, and I was kind of thinking I could go in there and put some lines because there is this big green smudge here, and that annoys me. So yeah, but other than that, I really like it. I even like the irregular black outlines. So, and all the glitter. All the glitter is fantastic. And it was great to get another one of my whips worked because that took down the whips total, which is one of my goals this year. Then we have Fledging Fairies Special. So the first one in here is Faye Messengers. And this one is just watercolour. Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolours. I just pulled them out one day, just played around with them, and then used some Liquitex acrylic inks for the bronze, the rich bronze colour. And yeah, I really like how I got such tonal variance on the face. This is not the best paper for watercolouring, like it's really not recommended, but I still like how it turned out. It's pretty sweet. And then another one that I could have sworn I did this in March, but it wasn't on my March list and it's in my April videos, so maybe I did do this one in April. But Angel Eyes here, this is so gorgeous. I love how this one turned out. So this is alcohol markers, Poscas, stickles, of course it's stickles, and then a gel crayon. These metallic gel crayons that I had in the background, and it's so shimmery and pretty. And this is a silver, and in the Flower Girls page I use the gold on that one. But yes, this is all works by Christine Karen, by the way, I should say that. And the Flower Girls one was Mayumi Ogihara. I should get better at doing it. But yeah, we're actually getting really close to completing this book. Like, I'm more likely to complete this than Mythomorphia this year, if I'm being perfectly honest. But that's okay. I'll be quite happy to finish this one. I also have her Wildflower Folks book, and I'm not touching it until I complete the Colouring Heaven one. Right, so we have a page in Disney stained glass. Somewhere in here. Yeah. We have Russell from Up. And so this one just uses Crayola Super Tips. That's all I use in this book is just Crayola Super Tips. And this one is actually a video on my channel, which I think was a very important video to put out because I was just having a lot of thoughts about the perceptions that we hold, not only as artists in our own work, but also the value of colouring in an art space. So I just kind of ramble. I always ramble, but I ramble a little bit about the topic and just challenge a few perceptions, challenging my own perceptions. one of the things I talk about in the video is that I have now started a Patreon, which is very scary for me, but yes, again, we're challenging our perceptions, we're challenging our values, we're challenging a few things, and I'm putting myself out there and putting value on my work. So yes, I have started a Patreon, and if you're interested, the links are down below. And yeah, it's been a really interesting month, and I really like that video. I really like just sitting down and discussing a topic sometimes. So hopefully you'll like it too. We have a page in Enchanted Earth by Metamorphia. That last name. I think so many of us struggle with the last name. I need to find a way, like someone to spell it out phonetically for me and then like put it on like a piece of paper or something on the inside so I know how to pronounce her name, because I really hate butchering names. But yes, this one is a buddy colour with the lovely colouring Bumblebee. She is a regular colouring buddy of mine. Once a month we tend to do one. So this is my half. I chose this page. This was one of the options that I've been looking at, and I sent for a couple, but she had actually already started this one a few weeks back and then just hadn't gotten back to it. So she's asked if we'd do this one. I was like, that was fine, because this was my first choice too, so I was more than happy to do this page. I love these Faye on the harp. So I used alcohol markers, polychromos pencils, Poscas, distress inks, and then I also did some foil, and stickles, of course. But yes, all these little bubbles and the scales on the fish are actually foil that I gilded on, or didn't. I kind of made up a new technique, but it worked, and I really like how it looks. So it was a really fun experiment, and again, you can find this on the channel. And I will make sure I also insert Colouring Bumblebee's version of the page here. It is so cute. I love it. I love that we both went for pink in the background, but very different pinks and very different overall styles as well. Just so pretty. Love it so much. So, and thank you for buddying with me again, Colouring Bumblebee. It's always a blast to buddy with you. And then we have Alien Worlds. Now this one is one of the reasons why this month, like I've still done 10 pages this month, which is a reasonable amount. Just want to move that one out of the way. But you'll see in a minute when we discuss Mythomorphia why I'm not jumping for joy at that 10. And that's because partly, there's a few factors that went into it, but partly because I spent a lot of time on the Aliens World page. So this page is for the Happiness Curly Colours and My Colourful Country Life collab, where every single page in this book is being coloured by different artists, and then it's all going to be put together into one YouTube video, and it is going to Kerby. And so with the fact that it is going to Kerby, I spent a long time on this because I wanted to put forward my absolute best work. And I love how this turned out. I love it. So I requested page 61, Worlds Explorer. When I was doing my flip through, this was the first page that just screamed out to me as, do this page. I saw straight away a blue tree, purple sky. Like, I knew what I wanted on this page immediately. So I was very happy to get this page. And I am just so in love with the results. So it uses Derwent Inktense pencils, Faber-Castell, Albert Durer's, and Polychromos pencils, Poscas, and Deco Art glitter paint. And I just love it. I love all the colourful reflex that I got into the suit. I love the pop of blue of the tree with the little glow from the crystals. I love the way the crystals glow. I love how I used multiple shades of Posca on the wings to give the lines of the wings tonal variants. Like, even in like the crystals, there's a couple of different Posca colors to again bring in that shading even on the glow. I really pushed myself on this one, and I'm so happy with the results. So yeah, really love how this came together, and I cannot wait to see this whole completed flip through on my Colourful Country Life channel. The other thing I thought of while I was working on this, because I would like to do some more pages in here, is it would be really cool to, because each of, like, the book is split up into sections, like you visit different planets, I thought it'd be really cool to assign a color to each planet. So like the Crystal Kingdom would be pink, and every page would focus around pink, and then like focusing on a different color. So probably like the Heavenly Inferno would be red because there'd be a lot of fire, or maybe orange or something, you know. But just finding a color and theming each section on that color, and that could be a way for a book that has got all those variations to be really interesting. Because like when we get to here, it's like all these pink crystals, and then everything in here would just focus on having some pink, and then you'd be like, okay, this is all Crystal Planet World, and then oh look, we're into the next world, so then we switch to the next color. You know, I thought that would be a really interesting thing to do, so I may look at doing that and doing my book in that sense. I just thought that was a really cool idea. I want to do some more in here. I really enjoyed Alien Worlds last month. And then the other one, Mythomorphia. So, for those that do not know, I have a goal this year to complete Mythomorphia. This is a very special colouring book for me, and I am pushing myself to complete Mythomorphia. And for example, in the month of March, I completed 12 pages. I have to complete 6.3 pages per month. So last month, I did a lot of pages. And just for clarification, this being a double page spread is 2 pages. So this is a page. So I need to complete 6.3 pages of these per month. And every third month, that 6.3 should add up to a 7th page. So in February, I managed to complete 6.3. In March, I completed 6.3. And we're in April. So I technically should have completed 7 pages this month. I completed 2. Yeah, I think with March being so much Mythomorphia, and then it started April getting sick, the Kerby, the Alien Worlds collab, and just being straight burnt out. I just did not get as much done as I normally do. And I still did complete a bit. I'm going into this with 2 completed pages, but 6 pages in progress. So there was a bit that I tried to do. But there was also a point where about halfway through the month where I had just completed my first page for Kerby's Mythomorphia. I was like, I normally have one, like at least one completed in the first week. I don't know if I'm going to make it this month. And then we got to the final week and I only had 2, and I was still so far away from completing any other page. I was just like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it. So on Friday's live stream, I could have pushed myself to try and complete another 2. I possibly could have worked all day yesterday to complete another double page spread, because all my work in progress ones are double page spreads. But also I'm aware that if I push myself to work on pages when I'm not in that right headspace and I'm just working to try and tune out a page, I'm not going to be happy with the page. So I made a decision yesterday on Friday, to not push myself with Kerby, to do that A Million Sea Creatures page, and I had a blast doing it. And it was really lovely to take a break. So yeah, I have failed my goal for this month. Still have not failed for the year. I would have to do some calculations to see how far I am behind in terms of the goal for the year. Again, we did have a bit of a buffer last month with me doing 12 pages, but it's really hoping to keep that buffer out in front. But yes, let's show you the pages. So, the completed pages. The first one is the Green Man. Now, this is a one that I did for the 2 weeks of Kerby YouTube collab. The YouTube live streams tend to be shorter 2-hour live streams. So I challenged myself to basically work on a page and complete it in 2 hours. And that was this page. And I really like how it turned out. It's, really bright and green and colourful and shimmery. And it was really fun to watch it come together fast and be just like boom, 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 boom through the live stream. So, and also one of the reasons why I have 2 pages completed this month is because this was a 2-hour page. But this style is very quick. Now you can look at this and go, oh, but you haven't actually pulled out a lot of the detail. You've faded a lot of it. I pulled out the details that were important. I pulled out his face because the thing is as well with this page is those details that I've kind of made not so important in the background. I've already done those details before. They were done on this page. Like, it's the same frame, just reused. So, and anyone that knows me knows I'm like, hundreds of leaves doesn't interest me. So this is a way to make this page interesting to me, and I really love the result. Then the other page that is completed this month, and undoubtedly is my favourite of the month because it's gorgeous, is this Woodland Troll. I just love this page so much. So because I chose to add in this background, this did take a bit longer than it normally would because there was extra detail that I added into already detailed Kerby work. But I love the effect of the background. The background really helps set the scene. So this was done for my hashtag Kerby Spunky Fun, April 23. Technically the only page I completed in my hashtag. The hashtag was chosen by my Twitch chat because they really picked up on how many mushrooms they were and left in quite a few pages and asked if we could do a mushroom focused month. And I was like, of course. And also there's a lot of snails this month as well, which is really cool. So yeah, it was really fun to work on this together. They decided on the rainbow mushrooms as well. So, and I love the rainbow mushrooms. They're just so pretty. And I love how like magical the rainbow mushrooms make this page look while the rest of it looks very natural and earthy. It's a really good contrast. So this is a mixture of Durwood Inktense pencils, Faber-Castell Albert Duras, Faber-Castell Polychromos, Prismacolors, Posca, and Stickles. The regular combination. Just a tiny bit of Stickles. Every page in here, bar I think one, has Stickles in some form. Or if not Stickles, some form of glitter glue. Or glitter. Right, and then we have the work in progress pages. So, this one is one that I've been working on a little bit on the channel. I also did some of these mushrooms at the second 2 weeks of Kerby live stream. You can definitely find like the galaxy background. That was a bit of an experiment to see about trying out some media, and then the mushies have so far been recorded for the channel. So this is as far as I got with this gnome spread. It is a very detailed spread, so I knew I was going to be pushing to get this one done, especially to the level that I wanted with all the rainbow mushies and the details of those. But yes, I've been working on it a little bit more. I did do a little bit yesterday, like the stalks, and then I discovered a whole mushroom that I managed to miss when I was colouring all the mushrooms, so I've got to go in and add all the shading and glitter to one more mushroom. But I knew that would happen. I knew there'd be at least one mushroom that I missed somewhere. Just surprised it was such a big one. But yeah, still got to do like all the stalks and the leaves and the gnomes themselves. And again, a giant snail, and yeah, So there's still a bit of work to do. And perhaps if I had sat down and worked my butt off for several hours, I could have completed this spread. But it would have been a challenge. And then... oh, no, that's the Woodland Troll, the Forest Spirits. And next... so this one is one that I had on the go for working on the go. So I like to have something that I can take with me when I go to like doctor's appointments or, you know, I took this to a cafe and we coloured with a friend and a couple of friends at a cafe, couple of events and stuff like that. Like anywhere where I have to go and sit for a while and I want to take some colouring with me just in case. This was this month's spread for that. So I try to have one on the go that is not being recorded, that I don't have to worry about it. I can just pull out and colour anywhere. So yeah, slowly been working on this. Did not get a lot of this done. This would have been my 7, like trying to get this to a point where I felt like it was halfway done. We didn't even get to halfway. And this uses, so far, just Inktense pencils. I've just done some Inktense basing. It's still got lots of shading. I've still got lots of things to base. I've still got lots of colours to do on this one. So, yeah, this one's got a lot of work left in it. Again, I chose really detailed pages this month, so they all take a while. And then the third double page spread that is also a work in progress is the Fantastical Forest. So this one has been my Twitch live stream video pages. So again, I try to have one that I'm working on for YouTube, one that is a Twitch, and then one that is an off camera. That's sort of how I try to work with the Kerbys at the moment. And yeah, this one, again, it's taken so long. Love how it's turning out. But it took a lot longer than anticipated. So far we've used doing Inktense pencils, Faber-Castell Albert Duras, Faber-Castell Polychromos, Prismacolors, Poscas, Liquitex acrylic ink in gold, a gold gel pen, and Deco Art glitter paint. I think that's everything I've used so far. There'll be some stickles added too, probably. So the only things left to do on this page is I need to give the background another coat, because you can see the difference between the two pages in terms of how the glitter is spread out. This one's really fine and even, and this one's very clumpy. So I need to add a fine one on this one to even this one out, and then a clumpy one on this one to try and even the two pages out. And then I need to colour all the mushrooms, and the mushrooms are also going to be glowing, so there's going to be a lot of light reflected from these green mushrooms that I need to go and add in. We have light up here from the castle I need to add in. I need to do the portal, which will also be glowing, so I need to also add in the glow effects of those. I may also make this little fairy castle house glow, or like put a little light in here, and then maybe make this little window one as well, because I like the idea of them being warm and alive. They look quite dark and insipid at the moment. So yeah, there's still a little bit of work to go on this one, unfortunately. And again, I could have pushed myself on Friday to maybe get this page finished, but it would have been a push, and I don't want to rush it because I've worked so hard for so long on this spread. So I made the decision that we were just going to hold off and let it be. So yeah, that was everything I completed this month. So let's get into our tracker. Now, unfortunately, this morning, I managed to spill water. So we have got some bits that are faded and bleeding. I'm still trying to clean up sections of my colouring journal. Yeah, it's a bit gutted about that, but I was more worried about the fact that I also spilled the water all over Mythomorphia. It is totally fine. Luckily, I only got on the back pages where these like the little versions of the images, so that was fine. But it was a mild moment of panic. So yeah, at the end of my my completed pages, I just do a little stat summary. I like stats and numbers. It's not so much about like, oh, you know, I don't look at the numbers to go, oh, I got, you know, this, I'm so close to this. It's not necessarily about that. It's more about I like stats. I like seeing percentages and numbers and just seeing how things increase over the month. So I track a lot of this for me because I find this interesting. So let's start with the social growth. So we started the month for Twitch on 429 followers on Twitch. We ended the month on 469, which nice. But yeah, we're getting very close to 500, which is amazing. But that is a growth of 40, which is so cool. And then, oh, forget about my cups creating shadows. Coffee. On Instagram, we started the month on 499. We were very close to 500. We ended the month on 541, which is an increase of 42. Again, thank you so much to everyone who has discovered me and joined me on the socials. On Facebook, we started on 523. We ended on 524, which is a growth of 1. And that is absolutely fine. I don't push the socials, Facebook. I have a platform on there. Mostly I use it because it cross-posts with Instagram. If it didn't do it, I probably wouldn't do it. And then YouTube. So we started the month on 2,032 subscribers because last month we hit the 2K, which is amazing. And this month we ended on 2,188, which is so cool. And that's a growth of 156, which thank you so much. It's so cool to see all these new people finding and joining in with the journey and, you know, just enjoying my videos. I hope you are anyway. So the total stats. So the pages finished off this month was 10, which is okay. You know, it's nothing to bat an eyelid at. 10 is still a lot. It was all a lot of detailed pages too. And it does put my completed total overall pages to 194. So that is 194 out of all the colouring books I own. I am not doing a slash and adding the unworked total because it's just going to make me cry. Because I only purchased 6 books this month. It was a very good downsize for me because the last couple of months have been bad. So I was really strict on myself this month. And in the Wednesdays, I think it is, video, you'll see my little haul of my books and the absolute bargains that I scored this month. Like, I did so good with some of these books. So, and then one of them was also a pre-order that I've been waiting on as well. So, but that does bring my total book collection to 107 now. So, due to me not doing as many in Mythomorphia as I should have, I had to have 6 work in progress pages for this month. Which, again, one of my goals this year is to get my total work in progress page numbers down. We started on 55. Last month we ended on 40. And this month we worked a work in progress that had been sitting there. So that was great. So it would have taken us down to 39, but we're currently adding in 6 more work in progress pages, which brings us back up to 45. However, all these whips are in Mythomorphia, which I am working on this year. So I can see myself, like, next month those will be gone. So that's okay. At least we hope next month they'll be gone. And then the other thing is we uploaded a whopping 31 videos, which was 29 videos and 2 YouTube live streams. Because I did my first YouTube lives this month as well, which was really, really cool. I only missed one day. That was the first day since February I have not uploaded a video of some sort. And was like the day before I'd uploaded 2 book hauls. So I could have split that over 2 days and been like, I uploaded every day. Not book hauls, book flip throughs. But yeah, no, there was just a day where I just had nothing ready to go. Everything still needed editing and uploading and just wasn't feeling it. So yeah, broke my streak, but that's okay because this is not a goal to upload every day. It's just at the moment I have a lot of content, so we upload every day. So yeah, that was everything that we completed this month. Where are my pens? So I can do a little cleanup of, I think it was this green I used. Yeah, that looks like the green. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to go through and focus on cleaning up a bunch of this. But yeah, so I did manage to, that's so bleed. I did manage to film almost everything except for the bookmarks tutorial, which I still have on my list to film. Person who requested that, I will. I just did not get to purchase the additional little colouring pages that I need for the bookmarks. I'm still trying to find bits and pieces, but it will be coming. I did my one buddy colour. I only let myself do one this month. I was already had enough on my plate. I did the 2 weeks of Kerby, the Colour Alien Worlds collab, and then I was hoping to jump in the Colour of the Tarot hashtag from Happy Catastrophe Colours, but didn't quite get there either. So yeah, that was the month of April, and let's hope that May goes well. That being said, I've already got a lot, like you can see already, there's a lot planned. There's a lot coming up. I now have a new tracker for Patreon, which is really cool to see. I've got some extra pages this month in my journal. Luckily, when I spilled water on the journal, none of these pages got wet. So these ones are looking all nice and neat. And yeah, well, you're getting some sneak peeks. And you can see one of the things is I have Mythomorphia. I have the 6.3 pages. And then I have I put 4, but technically that should be 5. For the catch-up pages, because I technically need to do 11.3 pages this month in Mythomorphia. Is that going to happen? I doubt it. We're going to try, but I doubt it, because there's a lot coming up this month, including my graduation, which, sneak peek, I'm the graduate speaker at, so I've also got a very important speech to deliver this month, as well as a bunch of live streams. I've got some specialised drawings to do. I've got my own prompts to do. Massive amount of Mythomorphia. And I haven't even looked at normal hashtags yet. Like, I know there's going to be Mermaid. There's going to be my Wheel of Prompts and the Mystical Lands in May one that I'm partaking in as well. So, and then I've got a buddy colour. Haven't spoken to Colouring Bumblebee yet about if we're doing a buddy colour this month. And yeah. Then we've got all of this, and then on top of this I've also started Patreon, so I've got Patreon exclusive stuff to do too. It's gonna be a month, but you know what, I enjoy it, I love it, I love being busy with the colouring, I love being busy with everything, and I am really excited to see what we do in May. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I will be back. This is going up May the 1st, which is a Monday, so the 2nd will be the live stream VOD, and then Wednesday we will do a little haul video. Thursday I will do some hashtag videos about the hashtags for the month and my colouring plans, and I'll talk a bit more about what I plan to do this month. And then yeah, Friday will be another VOD as I go back and live stream again, and then we'll carry on from there. We've got a lot to do this month. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure you hydrate, look after yourself, take your meds. Self-care is really important. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!